good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Razorbacks will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Townsend. I know he thinks he can house every Sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
Okay, ready?
Back to pass, it's Beck. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
From the gun, the running back has it. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Might as well give it to him again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Jackson.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Cyclones come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game, 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
And the Cyclones have their offense in high gear. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Using his feet to buy time. Makes the grab. It's Hansen. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
The give to the back. Turning it on. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. How about that play by the strong safety? Made sure his responsibility was covered and then just went and made a play.
Yeah, sometimes it's freestyling, right? Sometimes coaches will get a little bit upset, but they don't get near as upset when I get the guy on the ground. They're okay with that, but I'm spinning down. I'm playing close to the line of scrimmage as a strong safety. I see the quarterback. I got to make sure if I do go to him, I better get that sucker, and I better wrap him up, and I better tackle him.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And that is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The run from the shotgun. Shakes off the defender. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. The Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Trying to get the edge on the right. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Iowa State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They are set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Any time he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. Knocked it right down the middle. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Peppers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Grabbed in the middle, it's Townsend. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's got it. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
They're going to run it to the right. Hard running there. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
And they can't make the connection. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Call the zone number. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Using his feet. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Right back to the well. Oh, better look out. There he goes. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps it. He's trying to throw, nobody there. He tries to buy time, getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Handoff to the lone back. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Reads it, fires complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. The Cyclones will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anthony. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll go to the toss. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Scanning the field, it's Beck. Here's a heat. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did, and that ends up being an interception.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start the...
And it's his 4th interception of the game. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
And the Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right. And then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and forever, let's test his arm strength. Makes the grab, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Beck. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. This time it's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Cyclones really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them.
I can't believe what I want.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Here's the pressure. Gets drilled as he throws the big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football.
Turning it on! Just a little more room, and maybe he gets it in. He's pushed out of bounds at the 8.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
The Razorbacks line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on 4th.
He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air. It's Beck. Grabbed over the middle. It's Townsend. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on 1st down. Now improvising. Fires left. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Cyclones will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's going up top here late in the game. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Little touch pass to the receiver. Powers through the defender. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. They bring the punter onto the field now. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Catches it cleanly at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He'll pitch it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. They'll go right back to him. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.